Bert hated late-night bus rides, but tonight he had no choice. The rain was relentless, a steady curtain that blurred the streetlights into smudged halos. He sat near the back, earbuds dangling without music, staring at his reflection in the streaked window. The bus rocked on the uneven road, fluorescent lights buzzing above, casting a sickly pale glow over the mostly empty seats. There were only 4 other passengers, an old man asleep near the front, his head jerking with each bump, a young woman glued to her phone, a hooded man 2 rows up on the opposite side, his face obscured by shadow, and the driver, a silhouette framed by smeared glass and flashing wipers. Bert checked his phone. "You there yet?" A text from his sister blinked. He typed back, "On my way." Bus is empty. Almost home. The bus jerked suddenly, throwing him forward. A shriek of metal tore through the air as brakes screeched, and the vehicle shuddered to a halt in the middle of nowhere. "Damn it!" the driver muttered, grabbing a flashlight and stepping into the rain. Bert glanced around. The other passengers barely reacted, except for the hooded man. He was staring straight at Bert now, unblinking. Bert shifted in his seat, his throat tightening. The man's gloved hands rested perfectly still on his knees. Bert turned to the window, willing the driver to return. Minutes passed. Rain hammered the roof like nails, each drop a hollow percussion. Still no driver. The woman finally looked up from her phone. "Is he fixing something?" she asked, voice tight. No one answered. Bert considered stepping outside but hesitated. The hooded man hadn't moved. Every nerve in Bert's body screamed to stay put. Then the lights flickered and died. Darkness swallowed the bus, broken only by lightning that strobed the interior in harsh white flashes. The woman gasped. "Hello!" she called toward the front. Bert unlocked his phone. The pale blue glow illuminated the aisle just enough for him to see the driver's seat. Empty. A creak echoed behind him. He spun, heart lurching. The hooded man's seat was vacant. Where did he go?" the woman whispered, her voice trembling. A wet thunk came from the rear. Bert swung his phone toward the sound, catching a glimpse of a gloved hand gripping the emergency door latch. "Stop!" Bert shouted. Lightning flooded the bus, revealing the man's face. A pale mask stretched into something between a grin and a snarl. Then he vanished into the storm, slamming the door shut behind him. For a moment, no one moved. Bert's breathing roared in his ears. The woman clutched her phone. What the hell was that? Another flash of lightning illuminated the aisle. Red streaks smeared along the floor, trailing from the driver's seat to the rear exit. Blood. Bert's stomach turned. We need to get off this bus." The old man stirred awake, confused, mumbling. Bert grabbed his arm, pulling him to his feet. "Move! Now!" They stumbled out into the downpour, shoes splashing in waterlogged asphalt. The woman followed, panic twisting her face. The bus loomed behind them, silent and dark. No sign of the driver, no sign of the hooded man. Bert tried his phone. No signal. "Please tell me you've got service," he begged the woman. She shook her head, rain plastering her hair to her face. A silhouette shifted at the tree line, hunched and still, watching. "Run," Bert whispered. They bolted down the slick highway, lungs burning, the old man wheezing. Behind them, footsteps splashed in pursuit, fast, deliberate. Bert risked a glance back. The hooded man was sprinting after them, knife glinting with every flash of lightning. Adrenaline surged. "Faster!" Bert shouted, yanking the old man forward. The woman tripped, her scream slicing through the storm. Bert skidded to a halt, torn between instinct and the sound of her pleading. In that split second, the hooded man closed the distance. Steel flashed, her scream cut off. Bert dragged the old man off the road, crashing through brambles and mud. Behind them, laughter, cold, guttural, rose over the rain. They ran until Bert's legs threatened to buckle. They collapsed against a tree, gasping. The old man wheezed. "Did we lose him?" A branch snapped nearby. Bert froze, terror rooting him to the spot. Slowly, he turned his head. The hooded man stood 10 feet away, rain sliding off his mask, blade dripping crimson. Bert scrambled backward, dragging the old man with him, breath tearing from his chest. The man stepped closer, savoring their fear, knife steady in his grip. "Why are you doing this?" Bert shouted, his voice cracking. No answer, just the soft, deliberate crunch of boots on wet leaves. Bert hurled a branch, buying a second to haul the old man to his feet. They ran, dodging between trees, the world reduced to thunder, rain, and ragged breaths. A glint of metal flashed ahead, another knife. He was toying with them, driving them deeper into the forest. The old man stumbled, collapsing. "I can't," he rasped. Bert knelt, panic clawing at his chest. "You have to. Please." A whisper of movement. Too close. Bert turned. The hooded man loomed over them, arm raised. Bert lunged, tackling him with a raw, desperate force. They crashed to the ground, the knife skittering away. Bert scrambled for it, fingers brushing cold steel. The man slammed into him, gloved hands closing around Bert's throat. Spots of light danced in Bert's vision. With a guttural scream, he drove the knife upward. The man went still. Bert shoved him off, chest heaving, the blade slick in his hand. Lightning revealed the lifeless mask, eyes wide, unblinking. The old man stared, shock etched into his features. Is he?" Bert staggered to his feet. "We have to keep moving." They stumbled through the forest, the storm easing into a steady drizzle. The highway emerged, empty and endless. Bert checked his phone. Still no signal. A faint hum reached his ears. Headlights appeared in the distance. A car slowed, the driver rolling down his window. "You two need help?" Bert nodded, rainwater dripping from his face. "Please, there's a man back there. He tried to..." The driver's smile didn't reach his eyes. "Get in." Behind him, in the passenger seat, sat the hooded man. Alive, mask glistening, blade resting casually on his knee.